Hello y'all and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we're just doing a little tidying up. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. So in this video, it's gonna be really chatty. I'm gonna let y'all know some tea about, something that happened to us last year. It's kind of like a testimony. But yeah. So last year, well, it was really, if you could say, it was probably 2023. Is when we almost lost our house. So we moved here in 2022. I work at Walmart, so I was able to transfer my job, but my husband, he did it. You know how men are. He didn't transfer his job because he would have been able to transfer his job too to the next town over, anyways, a little bit closer. He did it, and then when we moved, one of our cars broke down, so we were basically down to one car. And it happened at a wrong time because it was close to summertime, and we had months before we could probably get another vehicle. So that happened, and then so we had to figure out how we were going to get him to our other town, which was like a 30-minute drive. Plus, I had to get to work 30 minutes before he had to be at work. So we trying to figure that out. It didn't work out, so he wasn't able to keep going to that job. But before he even got that job, he was working at his old job. And the old job had like a fire or whatever. So like they were off for like almost 2 weeks because the line kept going down to where we couldn't live off of him being gone for 2 weeks. And they basically like never call him back or anything. So he ended up going, he ended up not going back or whatever. And it happened during a time where, it was getting close to the end of the year. So a lot of jobs weren't hiring. So he couldn't find a job. It took months. It took at least, I could say, 2 to 3 months, and we were already struggling as far as paying our mortgage. So then my husband kept searching for jobs. He finally ended up coming to work with me at Walmart. We both were working at Walmart. Everything was going good, but we were behind like months of mortgage. I couldn't tell you how many months we were behind, but we were behind. We didn't know how we were paying, but like we were already behind to where what we were putting down, it was just a little bit, So then my he started working. So then I don't know, I got this idea, I'm guessing from the Lord, that let's have a baby. Literally the worst time to be trying to have a baby, but we ended up trying. Took us maybe 2 or 3 months, and then we finally got pregnant. Okay, our daughter came. She had medical problems, like in birth. She wasn't gaining weight, so I ended up taking her at 28 weeks, which that's another story time if you want to hear about that. But they ended up taking her at 28 weeks, and we're sitting here thinking, we're going back and forth to like the specialty hospital. She's in the NICU, and all I could think was, I'm thinking about my baby and her getting better and coming home, but also thinking about like we could lose our house, So us, her coming early open opportunities because we were able to get an extra source of income with her coming in. So long story short, we were able to get caught up on our mortgage, and now, everything's better. We're caught up. We got our sink fixed. That's kind of why we weren't able to get our sink fixed and just everything was going wrong. But everything is going good now. And then, another curveball came. But like I said, I want you guys, if you're prayer warriors, please pray for my husband and what we're going through right now, because we don't want to get back in that hole that we were in, 2 years ago. Like, we don't want to do that again. And it's just hard for everybody right now. But yeah, that's my little story time. Oh, I forgot to put the part where they constantly kept coming and bringing the foreclosure, like, papers, like, every week they were bringing the sticker, putting it on the door. Please call us at, Then they finally sent the foreclosure papers, but then they put, we could sign up for forbearance through Fannie Mae, I think. So that's what we ended up doing. It was bigger payments, but, we were able to do it in like 2-3 months. Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 months we were able to get caught up. Which they still saying that we owe like $1,000 or something. I don't know. But they said that we don't have to pay that yet. But anyways. But yeah, don't be like us. But, things happen. Can't control everything that happens. We just have to pray. Trust in the Lord, because that's what I did. I trusted my faith, and everything ended up being okay. So, I'm spilling some tea. Last year, the year before that was really horrible. I feel like I started my YouTube channel, but then I wasn't able to really keep up with it because I had so much going on. Like, so much going on to where I couldn't do it. But now I'm back. Hopefully I can stay consistent and bring y'all the content. I see that my watch time hours are getting so much better, which I pray they get way better so that, I can start getting monetized once I get the amount of subscribers I need. But I'm just folding clothes and washing dishes and mostly cleaning my kitchen, because my kitchen is probably the room in the house that's like always dirty. But I thank you guys for listening to my story time, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.